there's one thing I've noticed, that God puts you at a certain place for certain things. I just saw it as an opportunity that God wanted me to speak a word into those kids' lives, and that for me is even more than being a captain commander, because I get to spend time with the kids, and we get to read the word together, and we get to find out what the truth is, because the truth is God's word.
Another story is just about one of the kids that went through the process. He went home, and one of the days he had a headache, and his mother went downstairs to go and get him a headache tablet. And when she got upstairs, he was on his knees praying for the Lord to take away his headache. And she was just surprised at the impact it made. And even after that, he said, I don't need this pill anymore. God has healed me.
I think it's such a great opportunity that they get to know Christ at such a young age, because just reflecting on my own life, we did so many things and out of the borders of who Christ is, because we knew nothing. But it's actually good for them to not have to go through any suffering, but to actually live a life that is within the alignment of God and live within the will of God, because most people only get to experience and receive God at a later stage. So my passion is to actually get kids to understand who Christ is at a very young age, so that they get to be more impactful. Because just imagine if they only get to know God at the last year of their life. They could have impacted so many people throughout their life, but because of they didn't, then they get to miss out on such an opportunity. So with kids, they actually get to run a much longer journey and get to impact so many people and many generations at that point. Yes, I got to know God because I had an idea of starting a community project with a friend of mine. So we went to a local church and we're like, hey, we have this idea and this is what we want to do. So the pastor was like, okay, that's nice. Please join us on a Sunday and then we'll talk further. So we went to church and we pitched the idea. We attended church. Then my friend stopped going to church, but I continued because I then got to understand, oh, actually there's something about God. And then I think in the whole process, that's where one guy who's now one of my best friends actually sat me down and actually told me who Christ is and what does it mean to be born again and what does it mean to give your life to God. So I then heard what he said, and then I went home and then I made the prayer and the decision that I'm going to follow Christ and submit my life to him. So yesterday, when one of the kids just got to calm all the other kids, because everybody was so excited that, okay, we're going to get prizes for doing this, let's help, and everybody. But then one kid was just like, hey guys, it's not about the prizes, but it's about genuinely being good. It's about genuinely serving and out-serving. So that actually also got me down to think, hey, you as a leader, I was also trying to push them to be more competitive, but then I realized it's not about that. It's about actually living this even beyond the camp. So, because one of them was like, but after this camp, I'm going to do this. But then because of that one statement, it actually helped to shape their perspective of that what they're learning is not about now only, but it's about them to go and live their whole life out serving and helping other people, because they were so excited, but they were so goal-driven and almost missed the mark.
I think there's so many stories. I'm just thinking of last year we had the KIM Lead Camp, and there was such a beautiful moment where the kids actually had an outreach at the end of the camp, and we went to the old age home, and there was one of the girls, there was actually two of the girls that really stood out for me after the KIM camp. So the one received her heavenly tongue at the KIM camp, and it was such a beautiful moment where she went to the old people and they asked her to pray, and she automatically said, can I please pray in my heavenly tongue? So she started praying for the old people in her tongue, just in front of everybody. And it was such a sweet, beautiful moment because she just went for it. And the woman was sitting there in the corner all on his own. The other old people were sitting kind of close together, and she saw that worm sitting there on his own, and she went to him and she asked him, can she sing with him? And so he started singing out of the Gesangen bundle. And obviously she doesn't know the songs because it's not songs we do, but she started looking at what he sings and how he sings it, and she started singing with him. So she spent that whole afternoon standing with that woman, just singing his psalms and his Gesangen with him, because she felt sorry for the woman that he was sitting there on his own. But just that whole moment was so special for me, and how that child really zoomed into that one guy, and she, just the way that she blessed him with connecting with him in that.